Get on board with Ford.
You say you have an informed opinion about what it should say. Why don't we get into that? What should it say?
Well, we can start with some of the easy provisions first, and we know how we got here. Section 2107, dismissal proceedings. It talks about forfeiture, and there's two ways to remove an elected official here in the city of Detroit. One by recall and one by forfeiture. And what forfeiture says is that the city council will determine the grounds for forfeiture and make a ruling, but it doesn't define forfeiture. It doesn't say what constitutes forfeiture. So if you do A, B, and C, then you have to be removed. We don't do that. So it's vague. That can be cleared up. A second one that kind of got us here is Section 3101, city elections, how often we have to hold them. And by November, we will have held 4 elections in 1 calendar year. And the language there is a 30-day trigger on the petition filing deadline. If the vacancy occurs more than 30 days prior to the filing deadline, then you have to hold an election. If the vacancy occurs less than 30 days, then you don't have to hold a special election. And so what we can do is we can change that trigger and input considerations such as the time left in the vacancy in the term. Do we have the money to fund, special elections and things like that? So change that trigger. And then if only allowed 3, which we're going to be able to touch everything, but my third would be Section 7102, assignment of authorized functions. And that provides that there are 6 departments in the city that you just have to have. And that would be budget, planning, finance, law, human resources, and environmental. And it says you can't touch those, you can't consolidate, you can't merge those departments at all. And so right now we're facing a $300 million plus deficit. And our mayor is saying we need to consolidate some departments. To the extent he's gone through these 6 and determined that they have duplicative efforts, his hands are tied by this section. So changing this section and sections like this would give us more room to make movement and to be able to govern for the day at the time.
Paid for by committee to elect Jenice Mitchell Ford.
I'm Jenice Mitchell Ford, and I approve this message.